This was Merrill Reese. This is released on the Eagles' Twitter. Merrill Reese gets a little bit into the rap game. Listen up.
Hi, Eagles fans. I'm Merrill Reese, and welcome to Merrill Reese. All right, you ready? Here we go. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. I'm Slim Shady. Yes, I'm Slim Shady. And all you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. Cash rules everything around. Me, dollar, bill ya. I could be reading Latin. I don't know what I'm doing. I know when that hotline bling, it can only mean one thing. I'm beginning to feel like a rap god. Rap god. All my people from the front to the back, nod, back, nod. They see me rolling. They hate patrolling. They try to catch me riding dirty. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is H.O.V. We stay fly, no lie, you know, ballin'. This has been Merrill Reese. I'm Merrill Reese.
Gotta love Merrill Reese getting into basically my age bracket by dropping some of those rap references, but now joining us in his weekly spot on the Zach Gelb Show, does a tremendous job covering the Eagles for NJ.com, also an author of The Big 50, and that is the great Mark Eckel, who joins us right now. Mark, appreciate a few minutes, and how are you?
I'm good, Zach. How are you?
I'm doing great. We got another week of Eagles football coming off the bye, and there was a big incident over the bye week, and that was Nigel Bradham bringing a gun in his backpack through the airport. I am wondering if Doug Peterson will have any discipline for Nigel Bradham on Sunday. Do you see a situation where Doug maybe sits him out a few plays early, maybe a quarter or even a half?
No, I don't think so. Peterson was asked if he's going to do anything, and he basically said, he'll leave it up to the league. And Bradham himself said that he does expect to, he hasn't heard yet, but he did expect to hear from the NFL, whether it be a fine, a suspension, or both. I mean, this is his second arrest in 4 months. So something's going to happen there.
Yeah, I have a problem with that. I believe that Doug Peterson should send some type of message, whether it's a quarter or a half, because before the bye week that he said to them, don't do anything stupid. Nigel Bradham already has one incident, and this is now a second one. I would sit him out a quarter. I would sit him out a half. I would have no problem with that.
I wouldn't have a problem with it either, but like I said, I don't think it. I mean, it could. Doug could change. I mean, we've seen Peterson say one thing and do another, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean he sometimes changes his mind about certain things. I mean, Carson Wentz was going to be was the number 3 quarterback. Remember?
Yeah, no, you're right, and that was a little bit different because of the trade that happens. I do understand that.
No,
yeah.
But my point is he went from 3 to 1 there, but he didn't stop at 2 along the way.
Yeah, no, okay, fair point. But what I also just want to say, one more thing with this, is that with Doug Peterson, we talked about this before the season, that he's a player's coach, but there has to be times where you can't be a doormat and not let your players walk all over you. I don't know Nigel Bradham, but when the coach says don't do something stupid and he does something stupid, the coach has to step up and have a punishment. I think it's actually wrong of the coach not to at least punish him to some extent.
Oh, again, you asked me if I thought it was going to happen. I don't think it is, but I know I agree with you 100%, Zach. I think, yeah, I mean, and maybe there's behind the scenes things that we don't know. Maybe he did fine him. We don't know. I mean, he didn't say he did. Maybe he didn't want to put that out there. But we'll see. I just don't think he's going to take him off the field. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Well, I mean, we'll find out soon enough. But where do and I agree with you in that you can't. I mean, what he did was dumb. I mean, it was really dumb. I mean, and I know, and I like Bradham. Bradham's he's a stand-up. I mean, he stood at his locker the other day and answered every question, which he didn't have to do. He could have pled the old no comment or it's a legal thing. I'm not supposed to talk about it. He took all the blame. But it's like Jim Schwartz said yesterday, if you act like a
dumbass,
something,
we can say that.
then you are. If you act like a dumbass, you're going to get called a dumbass. So.
Absolutely,
and that's what
right.
it was. I mean, I don't. First of all, I mean, I don't know how you could have a loaded gun with you and not know you have a loaded gun. It's not like, you know.
It's stupid.
I worry about having too much hair gel. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they don't let you bring that on.
Hey, it's stupid. You're exactly right. Mark Eckel joins us from NJ.com. A lot of personal motivation. I know Schwartz downplayed that this week, but how much is the personal motivation factor in with Jim Schwartz and also Tulloch going back to Detroit?
I think there's a little bit with Schwartz, not as much as there was as he said, the first time that he went back when he was he was a coordinator with the Bills. A little bit more. If you remember that game, the Bills won that game and they carried him off the field.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't think that'll happen this week. I don't think the Eagles are going to carry Jim Schwartz off the field. I mean, there's always, like as you said, you know, there's always something when you go back. But there aren't that many people left, believe it or not, from when he was there. So it's a little different. But again, anytime you go to your old stomping grounds, I think you want to win for sure. You don't want to, you know, you don't want to lose to the team that you were with, and the player or coach wise.
Eagles very healthy. They're at a good spot right now, but there's some news on Benny Logan. What are you hearing on Benny Logan and his availability for Sunday?
Well, he injured he suffered a calf injury in practice Thursday. Did not practice today. Was feeling better today. He'll be evaluated tomorrow. I'm sure he'll travel with the team. They're not going to leave him home, so he'll be evaluated tomorrow. He'll fly out, and probably right before the game when they have to put down, you know, who's inactive. It'll come right down to that. I think he'll play, unless it flares up over the next day or two. But I think he'll play. He may be limited somewhat. Maybe won't. You know, maybe we'll see a little more Bo Allen this week if the calf is still a little tender. But I expect him to address.
So, like I said, Eagles pretty healthy, and then you
have they're healthiest team in the league.
Yep, and you have Zach Ertz coming back, Leotis McKelvin coming back as well, and the Ertz coming back is big because the Lions are dreadful against tight ends.
The Lions are hurt. I mean, and the Lions are hurting, Zach. As you mentioned, the Eagles are very healthy. Healthiest, like I said, healthiest team in the league by far. The Lions have like a laundry list of players. There are 3 guys ruled out: Zach Ebron, their tight end; Ziggy Ansah, their top pass rusher; DeAndre Levy, their best linebacker. They're all out. They have a running back. Dwayne Washington is doubtful. Their backup running back, and then they have two safeties, Don Carey and Tavon Wilson, who are both questionable. I mean, that's a banged up team right there. And let's be honest, the Lions' defense wasn't, with everyone, they're just okay. Now, take Ansah and Levy and maybe a safety out of the mix. Yeah, this isn't a very good defense.
We all know that Andy Reid was more than okay coming off a bye. Very good, that is, coming off a bye. Doug Peterson, disciple of Andy Reid. How do you think Doug Peterson handled the bye week, and how do you think his team will respond coming off a bye?
I think they're going to win. Mainly, because I said, I think they're just better than the Lions, especially a banged-up Lions team. You know, everyone talks about that. Andy's record after the bye, I think he was, 13-1 in his 14 years here, or something like that, maybe 12-2. But Andy was always bad the week before the bye. People forget that. For whatever reason, Eagles, I don't even think they were 500 the week prior to the bye under Andy Reid. Well, Doug Peterson's Eagles were pretty good the week prior to the bye. He was still his bye 31. So it's funny. Doug was asked, you know, what did Andy do, and did you try to copy it? And he said, well, yeah. He said the only thing Andy did that he just told everybody to go home and take a break and use the bye for what it was meant to be, a bye. Like, go, you know, don't hang around here. Don't take your mind off the game for a little bit. Relax, enjoy yourself, and come back ready to go. And he said that's what he told the guys. He basically gave them the same message, and he said that, you know, they did come back and they had a great week of practice and they're fully healthy, and you know that's what you want after. I mean, I don't think anybody wants to bye in week 4. It's just too soon. You don't need a bye yet. But you make the most of it, and we'll see the results in a couple of days. But I think the Eagles are in pretty good shape, and I think they handled the bye week. Other than Nigel Bradham bringing a gun to the airport, they handled it pretty well.
Let me ask you this, just because it's a league issue and you've been covering football for many times and you've seen all types of celebrations. We knew the Steelers had nothing to celebrate about when they played the Eagles, but Antonio Brown twerks against every other team when he gets into the end zone and got fined a ridiculous amount of money. Do you have a problem with the league fining these players for celebrating in the end zone?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. There's a lot worse things that go on that get overlooked. Who cares? I don't like the taunting penalties. I mean, I think a line has. I mean, yeah, I don't think you should be like crazy things, like like out of control. But a little dance like that's not hurting anybody. Or like the bow and arrow. Who did the bow and arrow last
Josh
week?
Norman.
Yeah, was it Josh Norman?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. I mean, he plays for the. Yeah, come on, let him. You can't take all the fun out of the game. It is still a game. Now, again, I don't think you can. I remember when the celebrations first started, and then the league said, "All right, listen, there'll be no props involved." Like, remember T.O. used to carry a Sharpie.
Yeah, or it was Chad Ochocinco had the Hall of Fame jacket.
Right. All right. So yeah, no. All right. Let's not get no props. All right. And I'm with that. All right. Let's not. Although T.O. had some great celebrations.
He did.
It was fun. He had some of the best. But,
the pom poms.
He had with the waiter thing the one time. He did them all. But and I could see drawing a line, but come on, like a little dance or a little, I don't know. I think the league sometimes hurts itself by their rules.
Mark Eckel with us on the Zach Gelb Show. MarkNJ.com covers the Eagles and also the author of the Big 50. I heard Doug Peterson talking this week about how with Alex Smith, when the season went on, they let him run a little bit more, had some more design runs. Are you okay with that? Do you like to see Carson Wentz get a little bit more active?
No. In a word, no. I mean, I understand that's a weapon, and they might want to use him that way, but no, I don't like seeing my quarterback run. Oh, I mean that just makes him a target, and no, I really don't know. They got running backs that can run. They can even use Josh Huff to run, or let Carson Wentz do what he does, throw the ball. I mean, don't get me wrong. Now, if you have to run, sure. I mean, don't take a sack if you can get away and run. Great, but designed runs for the quarterback, I personally don't like. Never have. I used to hold my breath when Randall Cunningham ran back in the day, and he was great at it. But still, it's just putting yourself in danger.
I'm in the same boat as you. If it's 4th and 2 and the NFC East is on the line and you need to get those 2 yards, sure, go ahead and run. But if it's Week 13, I don't need to see 8 or 9 run designs for Carson Wentz. We got to protect Carson Wentz because without Carson Wentz, you don't have a lot of future in Philadelphia at the quarterback position.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 4th or I love the quarterback sneak.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Brady's very good at it.
Yeah, especially with a 6. You got a big quarterback like Carson Wentz. Quarterback sneak, by all means, yes, absolutely. But a design, fake the handoff to Ryan Matthews and keep it yourself on a bootleg, I'm holding my breath. That's all I'm saying.
You've been a fortune teller on this show. You told us Trey Burton was going to have a big week. He did. You told us Smallwood would have a big week. He did. Does Dorial Green-Beckham have a breakout game this week?
No. Jordan Matthews does.
Ooh. Okay. Why Jordan?
Because he generally plays in the slot, and the Lions are very thin at cornerback. Their slot receiver, their slot corner, Diggs, Quandre Diggs is 5'9". Jordan Matthews has a 6-inch height advantage on him. Unless the Lions decide to move Darius Slay around and cover Jordan Matthews, which they normally don't do, though they leave Slay outside. I think Matthews can just destroy. I mean, Eddie Royal of the Bears was a decent receiver. I don't think he's a great receiver by any means, but he put up 7 catches for 111 yards last week and a touchdown against the Lions coming out of a slot. So if Royal can do that, I think Matthews can do that and more.
And you know that Matthews and Wentz are having a fantastic relationship. I thought the best quote, and I'm not someone that's big into talking about celebrations and everything. I'm fine with the celebrations, like we were talking about earlier. But I thought a very telling quote was after the Steelers game. Jordan Matthews was talking, and they were talking about the celebration of just a simple handshake. And Matthews said, hey, we expect to be doing this for a very long time, and I expect to be catching a lot of touchdown passes from Carson Wentz. The two of them really seem to be hitting it off.
No, yeah, that's a good connection, and I like that. So I like that little handshake.
I do.
It's original. It's I don't think that hopefully the league won't decide you can't do that. But no, I kind of think that was pretty cool. I think we run that picture a lot of times this week or last couple of weeks on it. So if you're putting me on the line to say who has the big game for the Eagles this week, I'm going to go Jordan Matthews. I'm
going 27-17 Eagles over the Lions. What's your score?
I can't. I just did mine. Won't come out on NJ.com until tomorrow, but I'll give it to you now. I have 28-17, so we're right in the same ballpark.
Two great minds think alike. That's all I have to say. Now, you're a little bit brighter than me because you're an author. I would not be able to write a book, especially a book as long as yours. The Big 50, where you going next to kiss all the babies, shake the hands, and say, hey, I'm Mark Eckel. You need to get a copy of my book.
My next stop is Thursday night at Chicky and Pete's in Bordentown, which again that's right in your wheelhouse.
I did a show from there. Great place.
Oh, perfect. Okay, we'll stop out Thursday night, 7:00. I'll be at Chicky and Pete's in Bordentown, right there on Route 130. I get those roads mixed up, 130, 206. Because everybody knows where it is. It's Chicky and Pete's in Bordentown. I'll be there Thursday night. Stop by, get some great food, and pick up a copy of the book.
Are you a crab fries guy?
I used to be, but I don't eat that stuff anymore. I love them. You can eat them, but I changed my eating habits for about since January. So most of 10 months now. I don't eat whites. I don't eat potatoes or cakes or white bread or any of that kind of stuff. I'll have crabs. I'll have the crabs and the mussels and all that, but I'm not going to have any fries.
I'm in the same boat as you. I'm going with oranges these days for my breakfast. But Mark Eckel, appreciate the time. Thanks so much.
All right. Take care, Zach.